The quality of our lives are determined by the agreements that we set for ourselves. If you follow these 4 rules that Don Miguel Ruiz wrote in his book, The 4 Agreements, you will have everything that you need in order to achieve personal freedom. Let's get started on this book summary. Agreement number 1. Be impeccable with your word. Now, what does this mean? First, let me tell you that our words are so powerful, much more powerful than we believe. And we should use it very wisely because it's like a double-edged sword. You can use it to cut down demons, cut down trees, or whatever you need to cut down, or you can use it to cut down others. And sometimes you might even cut down yourself. Now, using your words, you have to be careful because your words can either be poison, right? It can either be poison or it can either be love. It can either be healing. And at the end of the day, you get to choose exactly what it is. And it goes the same way with others, right? With others as well. But mainly here, in the book, he talks about this one story on how there was a mother and a daughter, and the mother was having a really stressful day. She didn't, she was frustrated. She was anxious, depressed, whatever, negative emotion you can think of. And the daughter was happy. The daughter was singing and everything. And then, the mother felt annoyed, so the mother told the daughter, "Hey, stop that singing. You are annoying me." And what happened was she created a dialogue, a belief into the child that lasted years to come. As she grew up, she never sang her beautiful voice ever again because she thought that every time she would speak up or sing, it would be an irritant or something of an annoyance to other people. See the effect of our words, see how powerful it can be, and see how detrimental it can be in the long run. So we have to be very careful on how we use it, okay? Now we can use it to either create hell or we can use it to create heaven. You get to choose. Be impeccable with your word. And this might be the most important agreement out of all of them. Now, on to agreement number 2. Don't take anything personally. Just because somebody's treating you in a wrong way or not talking to you the way that you want to be talked to, it doesn't mean that, you're a bad person or you're the wrong one. It's just a direct reflection of who they are. Maybe somebody have hurt them in the past. Somebody has done something to them, but it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It doesn't mean that you're bad. It just means that you shouldn't be taking it personally. So don't take it personal and just separate yourself from that. Because once you understand why someone is the way that they are, you completely get it. And you separate yourself and you don't take it personal anymore. Because when you take things personal, you're just setting yourself up for a disappointment, right? So don't take anything personal. Agreement number 3, don't make assumptions. All right, guys, don't make assumptions because the number one thing that really burns us most of the time is from ourselves. We create so many scenarios when it comes to other people. We create storylines of like, what happened? Why did they say this? They said that, yada, yada, all these things. And we end up burning ourselves because it's like holding a hot coal inside of your hands or our hands. And the only ones that it's burning is ourselves. So what do you got to do here? You got to 1, get clarity, right? Get clarity by asking questions. The silliest question that you can ask is the question that you didn't ask. So make sure you ask questions so that way you don't have to assume. And most importantly, just don't assume in general. Ask, get clarity so that way everything is understood. And agreement number 4, always do your best. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're gonna give it your all in one area, you might as well give it your all in all areas. Because when we go to our grave, the only thing that comes to our minds is are there any regrets? Okay. And you don't want to go to your grave knowing that you did, you half-assed this activity or that relationship or this friendship or your health or your business, whatever it may be. Always give it your best. Always do your best. So that way, every night you go to bed, that you put it in the work and you really, really brought it home because you did your best. Regardless whether you succeed or not in whatever area it may be, all you got to know is that you did your best. And when you do your best, you by default always succeed. No matter what. All right, guys. And I just want to say that excellence is also a habit, right? If you do excellent things in many different ways, right, it becomes a habit. So that way you become an excellent person in everything. So that's what you got to do and always give your best. So that way, at the end of the day, when you go to sleep at night, you did your best. You had the best day that you could. That's all that matters. Now, and to wrap up all those four commandments, guys, or four agreements. I just want you to know that, like, just because you mess up one time doesn't mean you're a bad person, doesn't mean you're wrong, doesn't mean like you know you're never gonna get back. You just gotta get back up. That's all it is. If you fall down, you gotta get back up. It's not about how a man falls or how a woman falls. It's about how he or she gets back up. That's what matters the most. And that's what you gotta do in order to do it. You know, just because half the day's gone doesn't mean the other half has to be crap as well, right? So move forward, power. Move forward with courage. Do not be afraid of it. Although courage doesn't mean that you have no fear. Courage simply means you move on and you carry on in the face of fear. All right. So those are the four commandments. Let me do a quick summary one more time, guys. Number 1, be impeccable with your word. Number 2, don't take anything personal. Number 3, don't make assumptions. And number 4, always do your best. All right. I hope you guys enjoy this book summary. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button below, hit subscribe and the notification bell as well, because there will be tons of more awesome videos in the future. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.